Hello, my name is Sridhar Rangan. I'm the Festival Director of Kashish Mumbai International Queer Film Festival, which is having its 12th edition right now. And there's a second week, and we have just watched this wonderful film, Transition and Happiness, from Spain, directed by Jonas Benarrocch. And of course, the lead protagonists, Rosa, María, and Fina, are all with us today. So welcome to the Q&A for the film Transition and Happiness from Spain. And to facilitate the conversation, we have the wonderful NISHTHA NISHANT, who is an amazing transgender activist. And also she has been a Kashish preview team member for many years. To interpret Spanish translation, we have SACHIN Jain, a teacher and a very, very good supporter of Kashish. Thank you, Sachin, for joining us and helping out with the translation. Thank you, NISHTHA, for agreeing to host this conversation. And over to you, NISHTHA.
Thank you so much, Sridhar, for having me today to facilitate this conversation with the director and the cast of Transition and Happiness. So we'll begin with the conversation. First, I would like to ask Jonas, Transition and Happiness is your first documentary feature film. Can you please share some insights of the film with our viewers?
Transition and Happiness came as an appearance. I have to say, a thunder. You know, I met Rosa María, and she was sorry, but when I met her, she was him for me because I knew her before. You know, so it was quite shocking, and I think I have a very, very good, very big character in front of me. And you know, we filmmakers, we see some opportunities in the world when you find something which is strong, which is special, which has a strength. So you think you can have a film there, you know. And then this is what I want to do, to relate, to understand Rosa Maria's statement, Rosa Maria's position, and try to find out what's going on, because I didn't know anything about transgender and all that. But I know, of course, because we live in a city which cross-dressers are very popular, you know. No, but Rosa Maria, it was something quite different because she was not effeminate. She was not. She defied any convention about gender, you know, and that's what I like the most. Define the gender convention, you know. So I think it deserved. She deserved a film, you know.
Well, thank you, Jonas. I really can connect with you how it would have been for you to make this particular film. While you mentioned that you both studied together in the school, I would want to know from you, how did you learn about her, and was it easy for you to accept Rosa Maria as she is?
Well, I think I didn't have any problem from the beginning. I was just shocked, but it was not difficult for me to accept this strange behavior, strange thing. You know, I like strange things in the world, all the strange things in the world. And so no, not at all, not any problem at all. No.
Well, personally, being a transgender person, often it happens when we connect with our schoolmates, and they have been seen us growing from who we were to who we are. A lot of them feel it very difficult or find it uncomfortable to address us with an appropriate name or the preferred name and the preferred gender pronouns. So, was there a difficulty for you to adjust or adapt yourselves to addressing her with her preferred name and the gender pronouns?
If you are used to use another gender pronoun, it's something that goes automatically. You know, I had many mistakes, of course, but that it doesn't mean not exception. I mean, it's just a habit, you know.
I was very privileged to preview this film, Transition and Happiness. And I was very surprised to know that happiness could also be from transitioning. A lot of us have pain associated to the transition phase, and it is not very easier. And there are several obstacles and challenges which are kind of hindrance for us to transition smoothly to where we want to belong. I'm sure there would be a lot of challenges. I would want to understand from Rosa Maria, how was it while you took a step forward towards transitioning? Was it easier for people around you to accept the change?
This is there's so many different things. One side is the family, one side is the society. The transition was not easy because my childhood was like I was a human. It was at 8 years old, but after so many years after, I didn't open my wings, and they start to be a human. No, this is one thing. The second thing, it was easy. Well, once you are convinced that you cannot living like with another surface, you have to living as well as you are. You need to open your wings and start to fly. When it passes the time, when the timing when we are spending more time in our position, the family, the friends, and everybody see this is another things that she wanted. They start to speak and with the she pronouns. Understand? This is the most position. It was not easy, and slowly, I have two daughters. With two different marriages, and the oldest daughter, it was not so good about me. It seems that at the beginning it was more near of me, but the reality, the pressure, the social pressure, take it out. She was taking out from my side, and she was very angry with me with a lot of time. Opposite, my young daughter, it was very near of me at the beginning and very nice now. And now the two daughters are very near of me. Then for me, this is the best. The rest doesn't matter.
Well, I completely understand and connect the importance of having acceptance from people who are near to you and close to you. I understand that there were challenges in the beginning for your daughters to accept you, but as time progresses, as the fellow people or folks understand more about the queer community, they try to accept us, understand, and get more aware as to how we could treat the queer folks in the society. Rosa Maria, you look very pretty, and in the film, I did watch you and Fina enjoying at the beach, and people were looking at you. I want to know your opinion. Did people who look at you or stare at you bother you? Or how did you manage with this particular situation of people looking at you?
For me, it doesn't matter. This is not important what the people said or see about me. They can make it their histories. I am Rosemary. I am living on the earth. I'm a human, and I am myself. I don't need anybody else. If the people see you in a different way, it was most important for me at the beginning than now. And now for me, I don't need to reproduce the gender stereotypics topics. This is for me. It's not important. I am a human. I know it. I am a human, and the man who's making sex with me, knowing that I am a human. I don't show with the red lips. I'm showing with a red. This is my color, yes, but not much so feminine like Mr. Jonas said before, no, because really I don't need it. I don't need it. I am more free to living like that.
Absolutely, and I completely agree with that point, especially when I noticed you while driving, and you mentioned this particular aspect that people look at me. And I don't think there's anything wrong because I'm as human as anyone else is. So if people tend to look at each other, it's okay, it's all right, and it should not be a point for us to bother. Well, thank you so much, Rosa Maria, for sharing your thoughts. I would now go to Fina. Fina, we would really want to know, how did you and Rosa Maria meet?
Yo nos conocimos casualmente, pues en una.
They met casually at a trans intervention at a hospital clinic in Barcelona, and it was a meeting of pediatricians for trans minors.
Cosa que siempre me ha.
Well, thank you so much, Fina. I also saw that you were visited by Rosa Maria at the clinic. Rosa Maria, you were in a conversation with Fina, Carla, and Jenny at the clinic, and there was a discussion happening about the transition. Can you share some insights about the conversation that you had with them at the clinic?
Jenny has very clear in the mind. Are the same coherence. They are like me and Fina, right? Carla, not yet at that time. Then I explained again what is the trans people. The trans people, it's a long trip on the life. You can traveling, for example, by the train from the A to B station. Then everybody are stopped in the comfortable station they wanted. For example, B, C, D, E, etc. until Zeta. From A to Zeta, it's all the longest transit you can make it by the physical, by the mental, everything on the trans trip. We cannot force to anybody to go to the A to the Zeta. Everybody choose their station. On the case with the Jenny, Fina, and me, we are gone from the A to the Zeta. But after that, at the beginning, we're thinking that the Zeta are the end, but it's not the end. It's not the end. The transition will continue. Transition will continue because we start to live another kind of life. One thing is to say, I'm a human. Another thing is to live like a human with all good things and all wrong things. The position from the patriarchal situation at the beginning, we are losing all rights from the patriarchal. We have it to go to the enter of the heaven. This is the reality. This is the reality. But in that transition, all the people, we are very happy. We are happy. And the most important on the life is to be happy. You can be rich, you can be poor, you can be more intelligent, you can be less intelligent, you can be whatever you want, whatever you can live. But the most important is to be with that coherence on the life, and also from the SRS operation for us is to live in coherence, sex affection.
Well, I understand the point that you have very clearly mentioned, that nobody can be forced to transition. transition is very personal, and each one of us have the right to stop wherever we want to, or it depends on a lot of factors, whether one want to choose transitioning or not. Thank you, Rosemary, for sharing this thought with us. I have a question for Fina as well as Rosemary now. Knowing the current scenario, Spanish Parliament has voted against a bill that would allow people to determine their own gender. What are your thoughts on this particular aspect?
Después de muchos años,
So, Nishtha, after many years of legislative attempts and measures for the trans community, finally there was a move by the Ministry for Equality and Feminism of the government of Spain. So this move brought together all the associations trans around all of Spain, and the result was a text which was approved by all of these trans organizations. The problem, Nishtha, is that that Spain is a government of two parties, which is the Partido Socialista and Podemos, and the vision of the majority party is not the same as of the minority party in the coalition. Okay, and this generated conflict, and as a result of this conflict, the government presented to the parliament a proposal of law. I'd like Rosa to continue because she was implicated in this judicial process.
The law number 3 of 2007, the statement of the government from the Socialist Party was promoted that law that it exists also the self determination of the sex, but you have to pass the psychiatric testing and medical testing during 2 years from the hormonal treatments to get it, the legal documentation. That law we are presented now, all the trans community, are more far than that. We are wants the same right, but without any psychological or medical testing. This is the big opposition that from the so many feminism side of the side people on the Spain, that they don't want to enter that, but because the people said the trans women delight the cis woman, and this is not the case, because we are very small people in the total of population. They have enough power to force to the statement of government to left on the side the first law we present. Now we are starting to get a little bit more close, and we are forced to the government to give us a new law from the maximum of the trans people's operating side. But the self-recognition is not the most important things on the trans people. Not everybody are speaking about that. But for me, working, it's the best. Is that the first one power the trans people can get it from that right, because they with the working, we all can get it, houses to live, dignity in front of the society, and the good living of the rest of the years. Because of that, we need the first one to be recognized like a trans, and after that, the rest of the rights that the rest of the society have. We need it. The work, the healthy jurisprudences from the laws, and also from sport. Sport is very important, and so many different rights doesn't have. We need it.
Well, I completely understand that it is not very easy for us to live the way we want to without having the necessary rights. The struggle continues while people still get aware about the queer community, and not just that, but also equip themselves to ensure that there is equality and zero discrimination. I would now move to Jonas and ask him, what made you name the documentary as Transition and Happiness?
Well, because at the beginning, when we began to shoot with Rosa María spoke a lot about, I'm happy now. She said continuously, I'm happy now, I'm happy, and now I'm happy. Before I was a bad person, I am a good person, I'm very happy. So it was very intense, her feeling, you know. So I thought there was a connection between this feeling and her transition. Now it was. I'm not very proud about this title, you know. I think it's quite obvious in the first stages of transition, you know. I don't know what would happen, Rosa María and Fina, about that now. Maybe they still agree, but I think it's not a sophisticated title. Otherwise, I wanted also a simple title, but maybe it's too simple. I don't know. I'm not very proud. I'm not ashamed of that. I agree with that, but I'm not very proud about the subtlety of the title, you know.
The next question that I want to ask Jonas is, how did you raise money for the film?
It was very complicated to raise money for the film because I found many production companies that told me that there was a lot of films about transsexuality, and when they asked me what's the difference, what's the point of this film about that, I had to shoot to show the difference. If I explain that with a text, with written arguments, it won't be enough. So I began to shoot, and I found that I was very comfortable shooting that alone, without money, only with my camera and my effort, you know. So I didn't need to raise funds. You know, I just need to have time to make that, no, and to share with my job, my usual job, and dedicate time to do that. But it doesn't cost a lot, you know. I think it's good to work in freedom without a production structures that they are not innocent, you know. They want to drive you to the way they think it's more commercial or more political or more whatever. No, and I prefer to work alone. So it was for me that to find a way to work in a free way, the most free way, you know.
And where all has this film been screened?
It has been screened in some festivals in the city where it was shot, which is a city on the outskirts of Barcelona called Sant Feliu de Llobregat, with a screen projection in a cinema, and I really enjoy to watch it in a big screen, you know, because it's so different to watch a film in a big screen with other people than to show it on your computer or your TV. It's very sad to watch it alone. I prefer to watch it with more people and the big screen, and it was gorgeous, you know.
I'm sure it would definitely be. What was the response of the audience or the viewers when the film was shown at the festivals?
There is some, how to say, split between the people reactions, which are always good. They love the film, and the festival's reactions, which they didn't accept it. I don't want to mean at all, but it's difficult to that my film is selected in big festivals. Only Vision du Réel, which is a very important festival, has accepted it. The only big or semi-big festivals, and I don't know why. You know, you never get feedback from anyone when they accept a film or they don't accept a film. If they accept, it is good. You suppose it is good. You don't know why they accept your film, and if they don't accept your film, they don't say why they don't want your film. Yeah, I can understand that, but for a filmmaker, it's frustrating not to know why does it please to people and not to festivals. You know, it's very strange.
Rosa Maria, I want to ask you, have you received any feedback about the film?
Oh yes, the people said to me, you are a pure transsexual woman. This is two sides. One side should be okay, another side should be like because now the people want to see only the queer people. Everybody has to be queer. Everybody has to be queer. If you watch that movie with the real thinking, more queer than us doesn't exist. Because we are a human, the society doesn't read it like a human, and our expression, even as a human, is not really a human. Then more queer than us doesn't exist. I am not happy about this point of the view from the queer people. What's the queer people? People in English translation, it's strange people. Now we are strange people. You are an strange people. You are an strange people. Anybody are an strange people. Everybody has a human. This is the most important.
Absolutely. I completely agree with Rosa Maria saying that we are humans first, and then we could be divided into parts, but we are never going to be divided. We are queer, we are here, and we are going to be visible no matter what. On this note, I would thank Rosa Maria, Jonas, and Fina, as well as Sachin, to be today with us on this particular forum and share our thoughts about the film. I'm sure we all are going to enjoy watching Transition and Happiness. Thank you once again.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot for this wonderful conversation, Nishtha. And thank you, Sachin, for interpreting and translating beautifully. And thank you, Jonas, for joining this conversation and sharing your views. And Rosa Maria, you are a rock star. Totally. You are so brilliant in the film and in the Q&A. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. And Fina, you are another rock star.
Namaste. Namaste.
So, thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts. So this has been a wonderful panel discussion, the Q&A about the transition and happiness. And if you have any questions to any of the people in the video, whether Jonas or Rosa Maria, please put it in the comments here in YouTube and Facebook, and we'll make sure that they will see it and respond here. And on that note, there's one more week of Kashish still remaining. So go to mumbaiqueerfest.com and buy your weekend pass to watch another set of wonderful films at Kashish 2021. Thank you so much for joining this Q&A.